It is no secret that the Logitech G502 Lightspeed is the most popular gaming mouse of all time. So when Logitech finally announced a sequel to this glorious mouse, the Logitech G502 X, I and many others were ecstatic, only to find out that this is more of a side grade than an upgrade. Now, it is still an amazing mouse that does a lot right, but at the same time it doesn't feel like a true successor to what was set up beforehand. Now, on the surface, the mouse looks almost identical. It has almost the exact same shape as the Logitech G502 Lightspeed, and even dimension wise it is almost identical. Even weight wise it is almost the same. However, speaking of the weight, here we get to the first major omission compared to Logitech G502 Lightspeed, and that is the lack of any kind of weight adjustment. So yeah, your fancy magnets from your G502 Lightspeed, well, you can stick them where the sun don't shine because they're useless now. There's literally no way to adjust the weight whatsoever unless you decide to carry over the puck from your G502 Lightspeed into this mouse. And all I have to say to that, Logitech, is why? The adjustable weight was one of the biggest selling points of the G502, and in a world that is, for whatever reason, obsessed with lighter mice, having this bastion for us heavy mice lovers was always great. And now, you're taking it away. Now, many may not find an issue with that. I myself didn't really even use the weight because I couldn't really decide which weight I liked the most. But like, it's still a missing feature, but whatever. Apart from that weird omission, this thing is pretty much an upgrade in every single other way. The mouse feels a lot more comfortable to use, mainly thanks to the brand new grip, which not only feels great to sit your fingers on, but should also last you a lot longer, because that was a pretty major issue with the previous G502 models. And while I hadn't had this thing long enough to see if it's just gonna scratch off like on the previous generations, well, it feels more strong, so just better hope for the best. What also makes the feeling of this mouse much better is the brand new feet on the bottom. And yes, these white things are feet, they're not just stickers, so don't peel them off. I did that the first time around and had to get a replacement, so oops. Moving to the side of the mouse, you have your regular G5 and G4 buttons, alongside an additional larger macro button where you can actually now adjust what you want the button to feel like, as you have both a standard plastic option and a rubber option. And with both parts being magnetic, changing between them is super easy. Not only that, but you can also mount the rubber one two different ways, as if you put it in one way it still remains a button, just one with a rubberized top. Well, if you place it in the other way, it will simply just fit in with the rest of the grip, making it no longer a button but rather an extension for your thumb. Or at least I think that's supposed to be intentional. I actually don't know if you're supposed to be able to put this button in two different ways or not, but like whatever. If it works, it works. And if you're wondering exactly how we're getting all these stunning shots of the brand new Logitech G502 X, it's thanks to this Lightbox that Neewer were kind enough to send over. This thing is super easy to set up and the footage comes out stunning. So if you want to grab it yourself, the link to it is going to be down in the video description below. And at the top of the mouse, things are once again pretty much the same. They're now with a much nicer and more modern look. And as you can probably also tell, the RGB was completely redone. Apart from just an illuminated Logitech G logo, which would usually just be obstructed by your hand anyway, now you have this LED Y-shaped thing that splits up the mouse between three different sectors, which is going to be obstructed by your hand anyway. They also removed the special RGB sensitivity tracker, which is probably for the best if you're going for a more minimalist look, though they have included a special light at the top to indicate if the battery is running low. And if that's the case, simply plug it in and... wait, what's that? USB Type-C? Yeah, that's right, literally years after the entire rest of the industry, Logitech finally made a big leap forward to USB-C on this mouse. So, congrats guys! Is this what the future feels like? So then, for the most part, the G502 X is still a fantastic mouse, and a great successor to the G502 Lightspeed. If not for some very weird omissions, but like, whatever. At this point, I'm just happy to have USB Type-C on my mouse. But one thing I'm not as happy about is the price. Granted, it is a flagship product, but $160 for a mouse is kind of a lot. Though if you do want something cheaper, there's always the non-plus version, which lacks RGB, but it will also save you a couple of bucks. Either way, at the end of the day, it is a great mouse, but like at the same time, no one's gonna buy it because it's just so expensive. But hey, Black Friday is coming up, so who knows, maybe this thing will be on sale, and if it is, then make sure to use the Amazon links down in the video description below to buy this mouse. And while you're still here, if you want to help support the work we do, and if you're still here, if you want to help support what we do on this channel, then make sure to check out our Patreon, because even $1 single a month truly goes a long way, while you get awesome perks as well. I'd also like to thank my existing patrons Gavin Burns, Ryan, OKB, Justin Rage, Ella Vroniak, Bardosh Velka, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby and Jesse Herdman. Thank you guys so much, support truly goes a long way. Down you can find our merch store, our Discord server and our social media links as well. But anyway, that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.